Can you hear me again? That's pretty good bouncy music.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you don't mind the couple-minute late start. I like to run that intro, give people time to get settled in, and then they can just jump right into the live stream, and I'll have to wait around too much. I do see people are posting where they're watching from in the comments. I love seeing that. Love seeing where everybody's at, where you're coming from and viewing us from. Moses, I thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate that. And I actually just got a notification where you sent me an email. And I actually have the riser legs on my website. So I can pop a link to those here in a little bit. But how's everybody doing today? Seems like probably just saw some of these names last night on last night's live stream. Someone else I saw on last night's live stream is actually here with me and is he's going to be my caller guy. He's going to monitor the comments and make sure I don't miss anything. That way I can concentrate more on lasers and less on StreamYard. And that is the one and only Jeremy from HTL Customs.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to try to do my best.
They can hear you. All right. Sweet. But thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate your assistance today. And most importantly, thank each and every one of you that have tuned in, showing across the 2 channels, 55 folks. So that's good. Thank you. Appreciate it. I wouldn't mind saying some hellos. We could do that. But first, there's a poll up on my channel, and the poll is asking which item should I engrave first. Some of these, let me switch my camera. Yeah, you can make the full screen there. Let's go with that one. I'll make sure you don't get seasick here. I know I have enough cordage. And there we go. So I have wood bottle openers, wooden coasters, bamboo bottle openers, bamboo pens, the aluminum dog tags here, the walnut keychains that were in my previous video. I have some of those left. I have some stainless steel pry bars. I thought these might be fun to run on the laserMATIC. I ran them with the fiber laser before. And then here is the leatherette patches. They just came in a huge assortment of all the 2 different shades and the different shapes. So we have all those to try out, some wooden business cards and some little wooden spoons. And I have something in mind to put on the wooden spoons. My wife said that I should make those little trophies. And the trophies would be #1 pot stir, and then engrave that onto the spoons as a little joke to give people. And how do people become channel members? That there should be a little join button at the bottom of the chat window, bottom on the left. Hey, Steve just popped in. How's it going, Hobo? Let's see. I'm just going to run down names. Kenny, Minnesota Maker, Mark, Carl, Jim, Moses. Let's see. Mr. GTL 3DHP, Steve S. Freet 1965, Jeff, Paul, Dave, Charles, ET Laserworks, Brick Church Designs, Arnold, Soaking Rays, Cheryl Gardner. Let's see, did I mention Jeff? I think I did. Scoot, Dale, Pop is here. Steve, Bill, James, Jeremy, Ed, Mark, and Steve again. Carl, Steve again. Ellis Laser Engraving, Precision Etchworks, Brandon, Jack. My gosh, John, Stuart, Sergio, Dale, Don, Ken, Chad, Shimmyzilla, Handle It Corral. Wow, that was a lot of names. Up to 61. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. So you saw the leatherette patches. According to the poll, leatherette patches win. 47% of 32 votes. So I guess that's where we're going first. I'm thinking we're going to have to do those on the laserMATIC or the UV or the CO2 Galvo. Definitely not the fiber. I've decided to test one on the fiber last week. Terrible. It was hard for me to get the fiber to work with those. So let's pick something different. So we can do the laserMATIC, the CO2 Galvo, or the UV. If anybody has a preference, you can post it. If you don't have a preference, then I'll just run it on the laserMATIC. And after patches, let's see. I don't know. We could just take a vote, or you guys want to yell out what we'll do next. Either way. Let's see. We're getting diode, CO2 UV, CO2. Well, laserMATIC, diode. All right, looks like we're going to go with laserMATIC for the patches. I think we've got an overwhelming winner there. So I think that will be a good experiment anyway. All right, I have a camera set up over here. It's laserMATIC. I'm going to turn it on. Hopefully, the background noise reducing filter is working. So hopefully that fan's not too loud. I did see someone say 10-watt mode. I'll do both. I'll do a 10-watt and I'll do the 30-watt. And Hobo, I saw, made a comment that said he's here to burn to learn. So I know what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is a burn to learn graphic. There we go. We'll put that on a patch. I'm going to use this Jig Table. Just I can get this square. Maybe. Really need to put my glasses on. Okie dokie. You can kind of see what I was doing there with the camera. So let's update the overlay. And then I'm going to move this right over top of the patch. Now I do know that my camera is calibrated. Library. I'm going to run the same setting that I run with the JDS leatherette and see what happens. Let's see. I'm going to run this setting. That was for the 20-watt, and that was 45%. So I'm going to drop this down to 30. And we'll see how this runs. But that's speed of 20,000, power of 30, line interval of 0.0677. And then I'm going to switch you to this camera. And you can watch this in action. As soon as I turn on my exhaust fan. I don't want to smell this cheap Chinese leatherette, that's for sure. So hopefully that's not too loud. And let's run the first one. After I home it, I got to home it first. Camera was just a little bit off. Oh, I forgot to focus it. We'll run it and then see how far out of focus it is.
My mic working this time?
Yes, your mic is working.
All right, Kenny's got a question about the 6.0 beta. Any real changes?
And you see what I did there? I forgot to turn off air assist because I knew that it was going to blow it out of the way. That's all right.
And it did?
Upside down. Yeah, it blew it out of the way. That's what happens. Live streams. But that mistake is easy to make whenever you're not live streaming. Because most of the time I use air, and then something light like that, you don't want to use air. Now, let me see if I can get this to focus in a little better. I thought I had it in focus earlier. So far, that's looking really good. Way better than the fiber did. Now, I can multitask. So I can open up a second window of Lightburn. And if you're wanting to see something on the fiber, I can do that. And then on my other PC, I have Lightburn, and I can run the UV and the CO2 galvos off of those. I'm going to try to catch back up with comments real quick, though. Had a few more folks join, up to 68 now. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Pry bar on fiber. I did those pry bars on the fiber in the video that's already on my channel, and they turned out really well. I had one around here somewhere that I'd already done. In the description of the videos, I have the Temu item numbers. If you search that item number, you'll find these exact items on Temu. All of these patches came in one multi-pack, and it was like 100 of them for 25 bucks. We shall see how this turns out. The patterns for the knife blades I made myself. If you're talking about the outside, if you're talking about what's inside, I took some Celtic designs and mashed them together to make the pattern. If you're talking about this knife that I'm going to give away today. This was one small pattern that I manually repeated the pattern and then cut it out. And focus. Anyway, there's that one. And I'm also giving away 2 of these that I made with the laserMATIC, with the diode. You get 2 of these. There are 2 of these guys that'll be up for giveaway. And I did see that we do have some folks from some free states. So if you're in a free state, there'll be another item up for giveaway that I'm sure you'll enjoy. We give away a couple of these. Already engraved and looking pretty for you. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We'll see how far out of focus I was. Probably about 3 millimeters out of focus. However, the detail looks great. So I'm going to run this again in focus with air assist off and see if we can get one good looking patch.
I was going to ask you if you refocus that one.
I'm going to. We'll see what happens. All right, back to laser cam. I just realized why that camera doesn't look good. Because somebody forgot to clean their laserMATIC. Let me get some of that dust off of there. That's a little better. Right, I might have moved that when I was doing the focus, so let me rehome it. All right, we'll run this one again. Okay, what's next? What's do we want to do crowbar, dog tag, any of this other wooden stuff? You guys can sound off in the comments. I am going to switch this to 10-watt mode, increase the power, and run that since somebody had requested seeing the 10-watt mode. I might actually do a different design. While that's running, I'm going to show you the designs that I actually have here ready to go. And then if anybody has any specific requests, you can email me. I can pull that up. But here's the designs that I have. I was trying to pull some designs that match the shape of each of those patches and some of the other items. So I have a dog tag shape. And then here's the shield. And I think this would look cool on one of those shield shaped patches. I think we'll try and run that next.
Put a you got a wooden handled bottle opener, put that under your CO2 Galvo.
Yep, that or the UV would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do either one of those. Spoons, pry bar, spoons. All right, let's do.
Uncle Ron, I believe they hard boiled the eggs and then did them complete.
Oops. Need a little bit more light in there. It's looking good though. Now that it's in focus. Focus. I saw somebody commented that they wanted the Burn to Learn logo. The Burn to Learn is now I've registered it as a trademark phrase back in it was like August or September. So I haven't gave that graphic out. Well, only one other person has it, and I've gave permission to use it. So I'm going to hold that tight until probably about September when I get the official reply that it is indeed a registered trademark. I'm liking the detail so far on the circuits in the brain. That is looking really good. see. Just give it a wipe on my pants. That looks good. That's 30-watt mode at that speeds. That looks way better than I thought it was going to. I'm just missing, I think a little bit more power is needed, and it would fill in the detail right there by my fingernail, my dirty fingernail, with the Light Source Engraving logo. It's right in the center of that. Now let's do the shield patch. And I have a shield shape for the shield patch. It's not the exact shape of the shield, but it's close enough. Let's see. Let me put this in the laserMATIC. Then update my overlay. Show you what I'm doing. Shrink that down, keep it off of the stitching. And we'll run this job. I am going to go ahead and switch it, the laserMATIC, to 10-watt mode. Then I'm going to go back to the Cuts and Layers tab. Bump that power. Yeah, this is running at a speed of 20,000, so I'm going to bump the power up to 50 on 10-watt mode. We'll see how it does. And camera switch and go. Looks like, yep, it's going to need more power. So I'm going to stop, home, bump that power up. And it's looking like the 10-watt mode is not keeping up with that speed. So I'm going to stop that again, home it. Then I'm going to drop the speed down. $15. Let's see if we get any marks with that 15,000. You know what we got to do? We got to burn to learn.
Well, now you're just rubbing it in. We got a super sticker.
Yep. It's still too fast. No, go right ahead.
Shimzilla. Super
Thank
sticker.
you so much. Thank you very, very much. All right, now I'm going to drop down. I'm going to drop it down to 8,000 and see what happens.
Did you put links in the description about the bulk knife thing yet?
Not yet.
That question's coming up again. And then Bill, $20. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Bill. Much appreciated. Wow. We're not getting any traction in 10-watt mode. What's going on? It's too fast, I guess. Been so long since I used the 10-watt, I'm forgetting what speeds I ran stuff at. All right, so for 10-watt, I dropped it to 4,000 speed, power of 100, kept the same line spacing, and now we're getting some results. So again, that's 4,000 speed, 100% power. And to compare, I was running the 30-watt at 20,000 speed, and that last engrave was 30% power. So the 10-watt will engrave it. You just have to slow it down. Okay, knives in bulk. If you have your business license, you can register for a wholesale account. I like Ohio Knife and Tool. You can get a wholesale account there. If you don't have a business license and you look on their site and find something that you like, if you want to send me an email, I can see if I can get it for you. I'll drop a link to their website in the chat right now. It is ohioknifesales.com. They carry a lot of different brands. And the little knives that I engraved with the laserMATIC, those came from Ohio Knife Sales. Your name is Patrick as well. Nice. And I gave my son the middle name of Patrick. His first name is actually Kieran. I went to the database of popular of Irish names, then went to the actual Irish government website that tracks the most popular names, and that was one that my wife and I liked, so that's what we went with. So his name is Kieran Patrick. Focus is not different with the 10-watt version. And I do have the CO2 Galvo up and running. You can get started with it. This is still a little fast for the 10-watt because it's not bringing out the detail in those stars, as you can see. Let me get back over here. All right, so we're going to do more wood items. We'll start wood items. I'm going to do a patch on the CO2 Galvo first, and then we'll switch over to wood. Let me know if I miss anything, Jeremy.
Yeah, I have my mic off. I had a bit of a exhaust leak. I had to put some ductwork tape on it and block it.
I like how you said ductwork tape and not duct tape.
It's specifically designed for that, so that's why I said it that way.
Yep.
Greg
duct
Wilson.
Tape duct tape is not good.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm walking on you.
No, go ahead.
I was like, Doug Wilson just showed up. He wants you to start over. Greg Wilson, sorry.
Oh, that's no problem at all. I can do that.
And I think I mentioned earlier we had somebody from France in here. So if you're still here, howdy. Where is that? I'm going back up in the chat. Sim? CIM? I don't remember where that's at. Sim the Turnery from France. Welcome.
All right. So you can see there that this patch at that speed and power is still not enough. So I'm going to have to slow that down even further to get a good burn on this patch in 10 watt mode. Now let's do this one with CO2 Galvo. And let's see. Let me get my camera focused in. There we go. Yep, I selected the right laser. That's proper setting. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use a typical setting I use on JDS Leatherette, and we'll see what happens. And so far, that's looking good. This is a 30 watt CO2 Galvo. Yeah. That's funny. Rich is wanting someone to show him how to fold a king-size comforter and fitted sheet. Fitted sheets are a nightmare. I'm going to decline.
Yeah, those get wadded up in a ball and shoved in the corner of the drawer.
There's the burn to learn on the CO2 Galvo. And I will tell you my settings for that. That looks pretty good. What wood item would we like to see first?
Mine just got done, and oh my gosh, does it look good?
Let's see, this setting on my 30 watt CO2 Galvo with a speed of 800, power of 24, interval of 0.05, and frequency of 25.
Uncle Ron is correct.
Correct?
He is correct about the fitted sheet.
That's funny. All right. How about let's see.
The bottle opener somebody wants.
Yeah, a lot of people said spoon, the little wooden spoon.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah. Not bad. That big. Need to move this stuff out of the way. All right, what do you think? Diode first? Put it there. Bring it back over to my screen and then update the overlay. You see at that point it's cut off, so I just need to reposition that. It's fairly straight. Let's see. Update overlay. That's straight enough for government work, I would say.
Sure.
What do I want to do? Let's do number 1. Number 1 pot stirrer. Put that right there. I probably should focus it. Let me move the laser head over here. Okay, and what I've decided to do, let me move this out of the way, is it would make more sense to run it in this orientation. Position it with the camera again. And I don't know what kind of wood this is. It just says wooden spoon. I did not smell it. My FUME extraction's well enough that I can have most of my exhaust ports open and it just sucks the smell right out. So I did not smell it at all. Like I said, I'm not sure what wood this is, so I'm just going to run my usual setting. Back to 30-watt mode. I'm going to run 15,000 speed power of 80 just because I want to see exactly All this wood burns. So I'm going to hit it with some high power and see what it does to the grain and experiment. And that should be it. We'll just go ahead and home the laser one more time. Yes, 30-watt mode.
Did you answer the question on how big the laserMATIC is for sitting on a countertop?
I did not see that.
Okay, I'm looking up the dimensions right now.
Yeah, let me know if you guys have a question. Just put a question mark in, a couple question marks in front of your question. Then Jeremy will be able to see those a little bit easier and read your question on the stream. Okay, let's run this.
Yeah, it's roughly 23 by 26.
23 by 26.
Yeah, outside dimensions.
Well, that wasn't centered very well. I didn't compensate for my camera alignment being just a little off at that height, but that's okay. It's light, as you can see. So I'm going to slow it down and run it again.
Is that the jig table you're using on there?
Yes, sir. It's a really fast engrave anyway. All right, the second pass, a little bit slower, is bringing out more color.
Yeah, Jerry, they probably were taking into account that exhaust thing on that like 26-ish inch.
If I would have got that centered up, it wouldn't have looked too bad after the second run. Cover my face up. So it seems to engrave pretty nice. I might flip it back over and run it again with a different setting. Let's see. So I'm going to slow it down to 6,000 and 80% and see how it looks. I'm not going to mess with the focus. I'm just going to run it.
There you go, Jerry. He wants to know how tall it is, too.
All easy.
That all depends on how much, what the leg extensions and everything else you got underneath it, right?
All right, so that's slowed down to 6,000 speed, 80% power, and 30-watt mode. Line interval of 0.085. And that's looking dark first time around. Now I will run the #1 pot stirrer on the CO2 Galvo. I'm going to take this off and show you. Trying to keep up with all the cameras and all the lasers. So that's closer to a one pass and done with the 6,000 speed. Still not sure what wood that is. It doesn't smell bad. I'm not a wood expert. However, this is ready. Now, how about CO2 Galvo on the same wood? I'm going to run this with a setting that I use on walnut, and it makes it very dark. So I imagine it's going to blast this wood pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's a speed of 1,000, power of 50, frequency of 40 on the CO2 Galvo. It's going to run 2 quick passes. It won't take it very long.
Yeah, it's quick. Wow. Greg, the height, they say, is about 11.5 inches, standard height.
So the CO2 Galvo did great on that wood.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that looks really good. Yep. I like it. I would buy more of these. Really cute. And they were really cheap. I can't remember how much they were. It was,
those would be good for like sugar spoons and stuff, where you're just using dry ingredients with it.
Yeah, and they came in a 10-pack. So there was like, I don't know, 10 of them for, I'm thinking it was like $4, something like that.
Yeah, if you want to see the likes and everything, what's that called? Redo your
refresh.
Refresh. It'll show up on how many's actually there.
Okay. Did I miss any more questions or requests?
Just talking about.
If I missed something, please just type it in again. I'm sorry. I don't want to miss anybody.
Oh, Jerry had a question for me, but
when you guys were talking about bottle openers, you want a wood bottle opener or bamboo? And these are pretty cool. They actually have magnets embedded in them. As you can see there, sorry. You create a shadow. But they have magnets embedded in them so that you can stick them on a fridge if you want, or wherever you want, something metal.
Somebody said do a pry bar. Wood. What lens on the CO2 Galvo?
175.
Spoons are from Temu, right?
Yes, all this stuff is.
Okay.
How about I might give away one of these. I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's do bamboo bottle opener on the CO2 Galvo. Then we can do a wood bottle opener on the laserMATIC. And then we can switch them and do the bamboo on the laserMATIC and the wood on the Galvo.
What comment are you talking about, Jerry? I'm not sure. I was busy for quite a while working on my exhaust system, so I was not in front of my computer to see comments.
Jeremy, what did you do?
I had smoke coming into my shop. I had to fix it.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do bamboo on the CO2 Galvo.
Two up. Send me a message, Jerry, and ask me that question again because I can't find it.
I don't know what to put on the wood bottle opener. Anybody have any suggestions?
Ooh, let me see if I can send you something. Gotta find it.
Again, that's the bamboo bottle opener with the CO2 Galvo. I've lost. Nope, found it. Thought I lost my laserMATIC focal gauge. I found it. I'm running that twice for a nice deep dark engraving on that bamboo. And it always turns out great. I hate it when I'm using the little pin function in Lightburn, moving the Galvo head or the laser head around, and then I forget to switch back to the select tool, and then I end up running it all over the place. Oopsie. Okay. Now let's find this. It's way off. Hold on, I'm going to bring that on the main screen here momentarily. Okay. There's the bamboo with the CO2 Galvo. And that's a nice deep engrave too. Jeff,
Okay. Go ahead.
Jeff is funny. I know what he's talking about. Let me see. So Jeff is saying that he knows someone that makes a focal gauge holder that mounts right to the front of the laserMATIC. And yeah, I know someone too. And you see that focal gauge holder is empty. Isn't that sad?
It's lonely. Make it go to
There.
its home.
There, it's back home. Yeah, I made the focal gauge holder, yet I still forget to use it. It's terrible. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Let's see. What was I doing next? Oh, I know what. Camera angle is not the greatest, but that is the bamboo bottle opener with on the laserMATIC. And I'm just going to run standard bamboo setting. Let's see. So I'm going to run this at a speed of 5,000, power of 80, interval of 0.1. And we'll compare it to the CO2 Galvo and then just see how well it engraves with diode. I really don't want to compare the lasers because I don't really like to do that because every laser has its purpose. I just want to compare the quality of the engraving of this particular bamboo. That's what I wanted to compare.
Jerry
looks
says,
like.
Jerry says
Go
put
ahead.
some poster board behind your camera to get rid of the shadow. Must be
Yeah, I
talking
can
about the
do
light
that.
bouncing off the glass. I just had to unscrew one of my light bulbs because when my camera was over my enclosure, all you could see was the light bulb in the middle of the glass.
How many Jeremys does it take to screw in a light bulb?
27.
27? Okay.
20, yeah. One to hold the light bulb and the other 26 to spin the building around.
That's looking really good. Nice and deep and black. So I think that's going to be a great result with the diode. These bamboo bottle openers are pretty nice. I'm kind of impressed with them. Some of this stuff isn't bad at all. I'm going to set up one of these wood rounds for the CO2 Galvo, and then we can do one of these on the laserMATIC. It'll take a little bit longer. Yeah, I think that bamboo's looking really good. Patreon. There's the Patreon link, and then the join button is the channel memberships. There's too much stuff to keep track of. Some people prefer channel membership. Some prefer Patreon. Just try to make all the outlets available to people.
Yeah, they ought to simplify that and just like call it all the same thing.
I'm very happy with how that bamboo's looking. Switch cameras and pull that off. Okay, I'm confused. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
What's the matter with it?
It's pinched.
Oh, yeah.
Skewed.
It's like you tried to bend it around a corner.
Uh-huh. I mean, it looks kind of cool. The engraving turned out great. Nice and deep and dark.
But it's got a wave in it. Oh, yeah.
It almost looks Back to the Future-ish. That's so weird. What in the world? That one, this is the collector's item now.
There you go. It's a one of a kind, unless it does it again.
Okay, the bamboo bottle openers are legit. These are nice. I like those. Why did that skew?
And Sats LP. I just got a diode laser Friday, so I'm in the same boat. I'm brand new at this too.
I have no idea. I don't know what happened. Well, we can run. Oh, let me switch over. One of these wooden posters. I'm gonna run. Let's see. Okay, here we go. That should be nice and deep and a little smoky. I figured that wood was soft, so the hard grain would stay behind where the soft is going to come off easier, and that's exactly what's happening. This should have a cool look to it.
That's your CO2,
that
you
is,
said?
Yep, CO2 Galvo there. Still not sure why that's skewed.
Yeah, Dale says mystery of the bamboo, but I don't think that's the bamboo. That's something in the computer.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed when I set it down, it was level. It could have been out of level that caused that. But I don't know. That's a mystery. All right. More requests. What do you guys want to watch next? So I'm running the wooden coaster on the CO2 Galvo. I can run one of those on the diode if you want. I can do the wood bottle openers. Did you send me something to put on the wood bottle opener?
No, I can't find it.
Okay.
Did you do a pry bar yet? Somebody was wanting a pry bar on the fiber.
Pry bar on the fiber?
Those are all metal. They're not wooden handled pry bars, right?
Yeah, they're stainless. Here, let me show you.
I must have missed it. Aw, look at that little thing.
These are great for opening paint cans. I used one yesterday.
Could the magnet have affected that?
I wouldn't think so.
I don't know. It's all
Unless the
housing.
magnet could the magnet been powerful enough to have lifted it up as it was passing over top of it?
It's all aluminum housing, though.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, there's nothing metal that would be that close to it.
Dale, you have to build an enclosure like I did for my Falcon too, and then you can probably mount a camera.
Here are the wood bottle openers. I haven't marked any of those. I have some bamboo pins. Aluminum dog tags. They're nice and shiny. They came individually wrapped. But yeah, I can set up to do a pry bar. No, he was thinking big pry bar. Yeah, these are tiny. They're nice steel though. They engraved. I did a dark mark with the fiber laser in the other video, and they look good. Check on the progress of the coaster.
Dale, I just popped a link to a camera setup for that Falcon on Amazon.
Chicago Bob said every time his laser head goes over a magnet, it catches and drags it around. That it could have had something to do with it. Let me just scroll up and see if we missed any questions. You got the reality.
Biggest lens on the 20-watt fiber.
Okay. Difference between a CO2 Galvo and fiber is the wavelength of the laser source. The fiber is 1064 nanometers, and the CO2 is 10,600 nanometers.
Here's the next one. Oops, what happened? There we
Sorry.
go.
Biggest lens I've used on a 20-watt fiber laser, probably 150. See if the 150 would work. It probably 175 might be a stretch. Might be able to get some sort of just surface marking. Yep, Mark's pointing out that the magnets were facing down, and I don't think they're really deep magnets.
No, what I take something on the back of that and try to see if it'll pick it up from the back side. I doubt it will.
It won't. Yep, it will not.
Is that doing a second pass across that?
Interesting nonetheless. Yeah, a second light pass to darken it up.
Ah. SFW's in the house. Howdy, howdy. Ike's here.
Hey, Ike made it. All right, had requests for pry bars. So pry bar, you open up a new Lightbird window. I'll start the fiber laser. All right, so we're just going to do a black marker on this stainless crowbar, I would imagine.
Hold on. What lens are you using?
I have my 200.
Okay. Let me see here.
Let's go a little bit smaller. I need my reading glasses. I can get centered. There we go. All right, I'm going to switch you off of the CO2 Galvo for a moment.
If you want to experiment, I'm going to send you some colors.
Color.
For stainless.
Okay.
They're sent. You
All
should
right.
see.
So here's the first crowbar. I'm going to go ahead and run this one, and then we can, then I can experiment with yours.
Yeah, Roy said he just scrolled back and he watched it and he didn't see the thing moving.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that pry harder.
Did you answer the rotary on a Falcon 2 question?
I did not see it. 80 rotary. I think it's wired up for a standard 6-pin stepper. Oh man, I know exactly what I just did.
What would be the next upgrade, a fiber or a CO2? That all depends on what you want to do.
Yep.
That's a question that only you can answer.
I can't believe I did that.
What'd you done?
I had the wrong. Oh, I had the wrong laser selected. I was wanting to do this cool, like white colored setting. No, let's try this again.
Yeah, get both. Good idea. You can never have too many lasers, ain't that right, Patrick?
Well,
I said
I'm starting to run out of room. This is a nice, cool little white mark. It's normally 3 or 4 passes to get it where I want.
Yeah, I found that too. I found a good setting for that too, and you have to run it a few times to get it perfect.
Come on, one more. Should do it. In the meantime, this wood is so soft. It definitely did not need that second pass, but it made it nice and deep, and it looks really cool.
Jerry says it's time to build a shop so you get more room.
The way it left the hard grain there, the nice 3D effect. Got in there pretty nice and deep too.
That looks good. A little sanding will take all that char off the top.
Yeah, I didn't have any air running across it like I normally do, just because it's too much noise.
Pop,
but these
pop
engraved really nice.
Pop Top says, hey, Patrick, can you do a demo of 2 different frequencies on a pry bar? Maybe get 2 colors. I just sent him some settings to try, so I hope so. It's going to be different from what I got because the lasers are different, and the lens is just a smidge different.
All right, just a quick sand. And yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's cool. Now, I'm going to have to do something else with this.
Chickens are getting loud. Brandon, my next laser, if I could do it, it's going to be a UV laser. I've got an opportunity to do some things with glass that I really want the UV for that I can't do right now. I mean, I can try it on this diode, which I probably will. But that would be the next thing that I get.
There's a white on that stainless. And depending on the angle and the focus, it looks dark and it looks light. Now I want to experiment with your settings. Let me frame this up. I'm going to drop one of these pry bars in each one of the packages that have the 3 knives that I'm giving away.
Cool. Brandon, 5 or 10 watt. That's rough. The 5 watt, you don't have a chiller with it, so if you wanted to take it somewhere, it's easier. The 10 watt, I don't know what. I mean, I'm sure you can do a little bit more stuff. I guess they're cutting glass with the 10 watt. So, I mean, that might be interesting to do too. But how often are you going to have a glass cutting job, unless you get a nice little job that you need it for. So my guess would probably be the 5. Probably do everything I needed to do.
When did you send that to me, Jeremy?
Messenger. You got to do some reading. I tried to get pictures of this.
Okay, gotcha. Let me see. Let me go back to one of my settings here. See if anything happens with this.
Man, I'm jealous. I got guys over at my range shooting, and I'm not over there shooting.
Oh, that sounds like fun, too.
I can hear them blasting over there. Well, we're glad you made it, Cutting Edge. Precision Edgework says he has to go. Thank
you for joining. Appreciate it. Let's see how this turns out.
Goes from black, pink.
Is that what that has? A hue of pink in it?
Yeah.
Just be the light. Looks.
Yeah, maybe a dark burgundy or something in there. Is that what it's supposed to be?
No. Just a random setting I typed in to see what happens. Like, this should be dark, but I'm not sure exactly how dark or if it's going to have any shades to it.
Let me see. Which one can I give you? All right, try. We're doing speed. You want to run? What are you're running your 220 on your 60 watt, right? Your 200 lens on your 60 watt?
200, yeah.
All right. Well, this is what I got. And mine's a 220 lens, so I don't know what you have to do to adjust. Probably not a whole lot, but 439 for the speed.
They got a 439.
18 on the power. Q pulse of the 57s. Do 0.0032 on the line space. And a frequency of 185.
Okay.
It's going to be a bright purpley plum color.
I'll bring you on camera or on screen.
Hey, everybody.
Anybody have any requests at the moment? Anything else you were wanting to see? Only thing I have left are these wood bottle openers, I think. Oh, the aluminum dog tags. I need to do those.
I got it done, Patrick. It's not glued, and it's a little floppy because, you know, it's my first thing I've ever cut on this diode.
Hold on, let me make you full screen.
If you see, you pull one out.
All right, this is Jeremy's first cut on his diode.
The wings are separate. The bird is engraved on all three different pieces so that you have to have it together to see the bird. And now I can't put it back together backwards. But yeah, I don't. Oops, what happened? I messed something else up. All right, there we go.
That bird's cool.
Yep.
I like it. Turn it sideways. I want to see it from the side, all those different layers. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's very cool. I like how you did the bird on the different layers, man.
That took me a lot of editing to get that done.
Well done.
Because every time I tried to use the Boolean tools, it separated things and changed it, and I had to keep going in and adding lines and node editing and connecting everything before it would finally catch.
All right, I think you guys will like this one. Those of you with granddaughters will really like this one.
Yeah, pop. If you guys want it, I'll put it up on the LMR, and you guys can do the same thing we did with the He Is Risen file.
This granddaughter dog tag is already on the LMR blog, so you can download that at no cost. Let me just frame that up real quick. I'm using my until I lost it. It can't be that far. Oh, here. My little light burn keyboard that I can use while framing. so that I can actually make it larger just by hitting this keyboard. And yes, I have used that with the diode laser as well, as far as starting the frame and starting the job.
I'm gonna step out for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, so let's do the granddaughter dog tag. This is a aluminum dog tag. And let's see. I need to change this to my aluminum setting. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's looking really good. Let me find that for you, Jeff. Let me look. Jeff's asking where on the LMR. It's been a while.
I'm back.
June, July, August. This one. Here it is. All right.
Did you get Pop's question about the frequencies?
Not yet.
Okay.
Those lines on the side are not supposed to be there. In my haste, I thought that blue was a template line, but it was actually a blue layer in line mode. So it actually engraved the outline of it, but that's okay.
Well, at least it was in line mode instead of fill.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been.
That turned out great on that aluminum. It's definitely aluminum. Engraved like any other aluminum. Yeah, so these aluminum tags did not warp. Still nice and straight. They're pretty stout. I like these. I'd say these are a winner. That's the first time I've engraved one of those. Yeah, those are not bad at all. I really want to try one of those with the laserMATIC and see what we can do with aluminum and the diode.
Okay, I'm going to get the Pop's question here real quick.
Okay, yeah, go right ahead.
If you're talking about the fiber, yeah, I run my stainless steel ornaments, and I run 3 or 4 different colors, and I just put them all on there and then hit go, and then it just does whatever it does until it's done. So yeah, you can run all the frequencies all at the same time, and they'll just go layer by layer. You can set the orientation of the layers and how you want them to run too. So I like it.
Home that thing. Might have to adjust that camera again. That dog tag is thin. Yep, I did it again. It's thin enough that I should not have to worry about the camera. There we go. All right. How about the aluminum dog tag with the laserMATIC? Sound good?
Do it.
I mean, I hope the camera is in alignment with that dog tag. It's very thin, so it should be pretty close.
I have pictures of that stuff on the LMR. You're gonna have to scroll back a ways. Otherwise, you can go to HTL Customs Facebook page, and you'll see all the pictures of stuff, all the colors on the stainless that I have. I should, yeah, I think all the pictures are up there. And I was going to mention this last night on the live stream, and I didn't have a chance. But for those of you that are in Michigan, I do have a Facebook page called West Michigan Makers Guild, just for people in Michigan to kind of get together and chat about stuff too. Pop's asking if you have to coat the aluminum for the diode first.
Usually, I'm going to experiment. I've never tried bare aluminum with the diode, so I'm going to experiment. First thing I'm going to do is go to the console and do $28 equals 1000 and change the frequency of the diode.
What fiber laser would y'all recommend for a newbie hobbyist? What do you want to do with it? I started out with a 60 watt MOPA, and I'm glad I did, because I ended up wanting to do things that I didn't know I was going to want to do with it. And so now I can.
I'm just experimenting. Apparently, can't tell if it's in line or not. But I'm using the same setting that I use on steel just to see what happens.
Oh, that 1000 frequency?
Yeah. It might not do anything. Then it might do something. Who knows?
Well, to get to that coating the aluminum question, you could paint it black, let it dry, and then take the paint off with that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I've got some Ceremark or Brilliance here that I could use too. I just wanted to see if anything would happen.
Yeah, aluminum's tough, even for a fiber to do stuff on. Unless you're like deep engraving it.
Right. I'll let that run. In the meantime, what was I going to do? Oh, we still need to do this wood bottle opener.
Yeah. Can you address the frequency for the diode? Martin O'Donnell, here, let me put it up for you.
A command you can type.
It's $1.28, isn't it?
That's to set it.
Oh, okay.
I'm drawing a blank on the command you type that lists all your current settings.
$1?
I don't remember what it is.
Hold on.
I use it so infrequently, I can't remember.
Oh, nope, that didn't work. I have no idea. I just got one of these things. Not a clue. That didn't work.
Quick Google search will probably tell you.
Everybody says $1. So I was right, but it didn't work for me. I didn't do it right. Maybe one of my dollar signs was upside down.
You know what I'm going to do? Do this. Engrave this bottle opener with the CO2 Galvo. I really like the way that bamboo came out on the laserMATIC. Yep, I'm getting nothing on that particular aluminum. I'm going to stop it there. Yep, so these dog tags by themselves, you're getting nothing with a laserMATIC. But we can do another experiment. See what happens with some Sharpie. If it actually gives it something to initially hit with the laser and then cause a reaction of the metal. Just the Sharpie. And I need to, let's see, find bigger. Spin this camera around.
Titanium dioxide.
Yeah. That's what's in most of the sprays. A lot of them in the spray paint you use for like the tile methods. You went for ones with higher titanium dioxide content.
Little trivia for you. White flat paint has the most titanium dioxide in it.
All right, I'm going to hit this again, this wood, with the setting I used for walnut on the CO2 Galvo and see what happens.
Whoa.
It's looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, very nice and dark. That wood looks great. All right. I'm a fan of these bottle openers.
Yeah.
That engraved perfect. Yep. Remove just the right amount of material. Yep. You get a closer shot.
Well, God made wood. You can't mess wood up too bad. So
yep.
As long as you sand it down and smooth it out pretty good, you can do a lot of stuff with it.
That did very well.
Yeah.
Bottle openers, I give them a thumbs up too.
G2 fibers arriving soon. What do you think about it?
Well, are you planning on running Lightburn with it? The reason I ask is because Right there is the G2. Now, I was super excited for the unboxing. And then it doesn't work with Lightburn yet. The Lightburn devs are working on it. I actually talked to Jason Dory about it last week, and they are currently working on it. They have 3 of them amongst 3 different developers. So Lightburn will support that soon. I did not want to have to use their software, which is based on EasyCAD. I don't like it. I haven't used EasyCAD and it's been over 2 years. So I'm waiting patiently. Although I have ran, let's see. I don't know what I did with it. But I have a video on my Facebook, or I don't know, I posted it somewhere. But anyway, I used the app on my phone, signed my crappy version of my signature, and then sent that to the laser wirelessly with my phone, and it engraved a business card. I was very impressed. So I have high hopes for it, and I can't wait to dig in and play with it more as soon as it works with Lightburn, because there's no way I'm going to start developing a library for it in that other software and then having to convert back to Lightburn. So I'm just going to be patient, and I know that the Lightburn guys will have it up and running in no time.
Hit that like button, people. Patrick's putting on a show for y'all. Show him some support.
I'm trying. What else do you want to see? Any other of these Temu items engraved on anything in particular? I almost forgot the bamboo pen.
Yep, do that. You got me for 10 more minutes, and I got to get out of here.
Is it 5 o'clock already?
It's 10:02. Close enough.
All right, let me frame this up, and I'll do this pen on the CO2 Galvo. I got to spin the camera back around. Make sure that's roughly centered. And is that roughly there? Yep. CO2 Galvo is very forgiving with its focal range. So I'm, oops, wrong focus. So I'm not at all concerned about the pen being round. Although my Galvo focal stick is underneath the camera.
At least your camera was in focus.
That's good. Let me switch back to my bamboo setting.
Somebody got that.
I didn't get it. What was it?
Your focal stick was under your camera, and I said at least your camera was
Oh,
in focus.
I get it now. I'm slow. Probably should have just ran that one pass for this little pin, but whatever. Yeah, I probably should have just ran that one time. It was a little bit too much power for this tiny pen and the tiny engraving.
No, turn it over on the other side. Get a comparison.
But it looks, yeah, it looks good though.
I like it dark.
Yeah, it's definitely dark. With my
Gary.
glasses on. With my glasses on, it looks better than what I thought it did. Just a little deep.
Dale.
It almost went all the way through.
Don't forget about the giveaways.
Yep, that's what I'm going to get to, because I think they're coming up on 2 hours. 5 o'clock was my target for being wrapped up. And just need my alcohol. Give me 1 minute. I'm not drinking alcohol.
Glug, glug, glug. Greg, he's got... do you have a video, Patrick, on your camera setup and all your buttons and your gizmos and stuff? I think you do, don't you?
No.
No? Somebody's asking about all your cameras and your switching, and he's got a bleep bloop box over there that he uses.
Well, interesting results. I have just wiped all the alcohol off of our dog tag here. Not alcohol, but all the Sharpie.
Was that on the Raleigh? The laserMATIC?
Yeah, that's laserMATIC with just the Sharpie.
Cool.
So now that it's dark, you might have been able to run that twice and get it even darker. But that is just a Sharpie. That's why I like to burn to learn. You got to experiment a little bit.
Yep.
So in a pinch, if you need a mark on aluminum, you could always try it with a Sharpie. I don't want to run it a second time. The benefits of using that jig table. There it is.
Yeah, I did not know that you hit that with a Sharpie marker that first time.
Yep, I coated it with a Sharpie. Coated it with a Sharpie, 30-watt setting, frequency of 1,000.
I'm going to try that on my fiber laser.
I will use a Sharpie on copper for the first layer engrave to get the laser to bite into it. And then once that first layer is removed, then it's much easier for the layer to dig into it instead of being reflected off of it.
I'll have to send you my settings for that because I don't need to do that.
So while that's running, I'm going to get set up for this giveaway. So here's how the giveaway is going to go. I'm going to do the 2 small knives first, then the large knife, and then probably a couple of the other items. But I'm going to change the entry for it. That way it makes sure that you're in a state that I can ship to. You're responsible to know your local laws. Let's see. You know what? I might save those for a different stream. Actually, I think I am. Given what happened the other night.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot, now I need Jerry to tell me how to set up the giveaway.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I always forget. I found it. All right. To enter the giveaway, type your comment as hashtag BURNTOLEARN. Hashtag burn to learn. You only need to enter once. Multiple entries are not recorded. Again, that's hashtag. I'll start off if you missed it. Burn to learn. Sweet. I already have 33 entries. Still collecting. Again, that is burn to learn. And before we wrap this up, get your final questions in. See, that's going to make for. Are you talking about live streaming camera setups, or are you talking about laser camera?
I
That
took
is
that as
for
the live
Bill
stream
Skeen. Both. Okay. I do have a video on, it's one of my older ones on setting up a light burn camera.
How did you clean that Sharpie off? Just alcohol?
Yeah.
All right.
The only requirement for the winner is once you receive your stuff, you have to post a picture of it in the Laser Makers Realm Facebook group. That's all. Just take a picture of it with your laser setup and or something you've made and show it off. Show off what you've made, not what I sent you. Basically, I use just. I think I have like 90% isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah, I got 91 or 92%. I don't. It's weird.
All right, in 1 minute, I'm cutting off entries. 1 minute. Okay, the second pass did darken that up. It might not be, fiber laser dark, but it definitely darkened it up. Look at that.
Oh wow. Yeah, it didn't work on the fiber.
So that's aluminum, laserMATIC 30, Sharpie. 2 passes. So Sharpie first, run 1 pass, then run a 2nd pass, and that's the result.
That's cool. I like that. I'm going to have to do one on mine.
I'm impressed. Very cool. Experimenting is fun.
Here's a question for you.
I would probably go up about 20%, roughly.
Run a test grid on whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
that'll get you where you need to be.
But 20%, roughly. All right, let's do the drawing. Here we go. 64 entries. 3, 2, 1, and we're going. Jeff Benedict wins a small knife.
Nice. Way to go, Jeff. You got to be here, so put it in the comments that you won.
Just email me your shipping address. I'm going to drop it in the comments.
He's here. Yippee!
Yep. All right. And now let's draw for small knife number 2. Louis Pounds.
Louis.
Again, sales at lightsource.pro. And here we go for the large knife that was engraved strictly on the laserMATIC 30 watt with no Surmark, no brilliance, no titanium, no mustard, no hot dogs.
No hot dogs.
No hot dogs.
I don't want it.
And who's getting the big stainless knife? Nope. We're drawing again.
Mulligan.
Ike.
Did it quit?
Ike has won the knife.
Way to go, Ike. Let us know if you're here. Pop it in the comments.
And I'm going to do one more giveaway, and that's just going to be for a random assortment of the crap that I just engraved. I'm just going to throw some of the engraved stuff and unengraved stuff in an envelope and ship it. Louis and Ike are both here. Awesome. So the random grab bag of stuff, the consolation prize, is going to go to Jeffrey.
Lower 48 states, let us know if you're here.
All right. Don, I'm going to save those for another stream. Not this one.
Here.
Due to YouTube reasons.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
No, so I'm going to save those for another stream. I'm going to bring Jeremy back on screen so we can say goodbye to y'all.
Goodbye.
But thanks everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. All 100 plus of everyone. Thanks for making this probably my most successful solo stream on my channel to date. I greatly appreciate you all. It means a lot. After the stream's over, if you're watching the replay, have questions, just drop a comment below and I'll get back to you. If you have any suggestions for future live streams or anything you want to see, please leave a comment and let us know. You can check Jeremy out on his YouTube channel. It's at HTL Customs.
Yep.
My store, I'll drop a link there. But I like doing laser engraving like on the spot and have some challenges. So if you have any ideas for any viewers' choice live streams, sometimes it's fun to just get a random item and have somebody suggest, or I have a choice of random items and a choice of graphics, choice of lasers, and let the audience decide what you're engraving on what with what. That's always fun too. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments. But that's all I have for today. Jeremy, what's your channel link?
HTL Customs. It's YouTube, Facebook, and then if you're in Michigan, West Michigan Makers Guild on Facebook.
All right. HTL Customs. Search up Jeremy and check him out. And thank you, everyone. I appreciate all the supers, the new channel member, Moses, and everyone that's watched. It means a lot. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you later.
Yep. Bye, everybody.